We saw the absolutely devastating photos coming out of parts of the Virgin Islands yesterday and today. Now it is the turn for the Turks and Caicos. They're getting absolutely battered by this just incredible looking hurricane. This is Hurricane Irma. Not normally do you see hurricanes look that symmetrical, but whenever it does, it's just an absolutely powerful hurricane. This is just about the worst case scenario for places like Grand Turk. Hopefully everyone stays safe, but just absolutely bad news for there. To give you an idea of who is next in line for the storm, there are hurricane warnings in addition to the Turks and Caicos also up for the Bahamas, all of them, including Freeport and Nassau. Also a hurricane warning up for parts of the northern coast of Cuba. And then there are hurricane watches for much of the rest of the northern coast of Cuba and also for the Florida Keys, South Florida, and Lake Okeechobee. So those areas could see hurricane conditions over the next 24 to 48 hours. It is not just Irma in the Atlantic. It is very active right now. This is Hurricane Katia, currently a Category 1 sitting over the Bay of Campeche. And then this is Hurricane Jose, which is now strengthened into a Category 3 hurricane, taking a very close path to where Irma took. And that is certainly horrible news for that area. More on that in a moment. Here's the projected path from the Hurricane Center with Irma as we go into tomorrow. Still a very powerful Category 5 hurricane. It's going to be absolutely lashing the Bahamas and also northeastern Cuba. By the time we get to Saturday, it may weaken to a Category 4, but that is still a very, very powerful storm. And then the current path has it turning to the right and making landfall in South Florida as a Category 4 hurricane. That would be just an absolute disaster for places like Miami. Hopefully that changes. And then traveling north along the coast of Florida towards Georgia, still as a powerful storm, and then weakening as it moves over the Appalachians and into Tennessee. We will certainly keep an eye on that over the next 24 hours. And here's the projected path from Jose. I cannot imagine what the northern Leeward Islands have gone through the past several days. And just to see this projected path, that is just unbelievable. Hopefully it stays to the north and gives them a little bit of a break. But if it's a direct hit, it's just going to add incredible amounts of insult to injury. Fortunately for the United States, it's going to occur far away towards Bermuda, so we will not have to worry about that over the next week. And here's the projected path from Katia. It's going to move southwest towards Veracruz, so that could be some heavy rain, some gusty winds for that area. It's projected to strengthen to a Category 2, so that is certainly something to keep an eye on if you have any interest in that area. Fortunately, closer to home, no hurricanes, but we do have a couple of showers and some heavier downpours just to the west of Hartford, say around West Hartford, Bloomfield, and also towards East Windsor and that area. These may stay intact over the next hour or so, but once the sun goes down, I think most of these are going to dissipate because they are driven by the heating of the day. Here's a live shot out of Torrington. We had the rainbow earlier. Unfortunately, we lost it, but still a very nice evening there. It's a similar story in New London, just some clouds, but I think you are going to remain dry as we go through tonight. You can tell where it's rained based on the temperature map into the low 60s in northwestern Connecticut, say like Waterbury and Salisbury. And the temperatures around the Hartford area with that rain have come down to 68 at Brainerd and 65 at Bradley, where it hasn't rained still in the 70s, including 71 at Bridgeport. Taking a look at the wider shot, you'll notice these showers and storms over Massachusetts, and there are more back towards upstate New York. That is associated with this circulation here. That is an upper level area of low pressure. That's going to move to the east as we go through tomorrow. So maybe a few more widespread showers or even a rumble or two of thunder, but I still think most of the state's going to remain dry tomorrow. I'll time it out for you with Futurecast, where we show you tomorrow's weather today. So for tonight, any leftover showers clear out. It's going to be mainly clear. If you're going to the Hebron Harvest Fair tonight, you'll be in great shape, and then no issues for the morning commute tomorrow. And tomorrow morning, mainly sunny skies, still going to be dry through lunchtime. But as we go into the afternoon, there are those pop-up showers that may produce some briefly heavy downpours in parts of the state, but I do think it's not going to be that big a deal as we go through tomorrow. So for tonight, mainly clear, a little bit cooler than the past couple of nights, but nothing ridiculous. Upper 40s in the normally colder spots to 50s elsewhere. And then tomorrow, a little on the cool side. Litchfield Hills not getting out of the 60s, and then low 70s just about everywhere else in the state. The weekend is looking absolutely great, if a little bit on the cool side, so you'll want some warmer layers if you're heading to any of the fairs this weekend. Fortunately, it does warm up by early next week before we may have to deal with the remnants of Irma. No winds, just possibly some rain. Shoreline highs generally in the 70s over the next week. We had some rain early this morning, but skies have cleared out, and we had a beautiful day, and now we have a beautiful evening. Check out this camera here from Bradley Airport in Windsor Locks. It's almost completely sunny, just a few clouds far off into the horizon. Should be no issues for any planes taking off or landing tonight. Similar story here in New Haven, sunny skies. It's a great evening to walk around the city or just spend some time on the green. Radar right now is completely quiet across the state, and that is going to remain the case as we go through tonight and into tomorrow morning, so that is certainly good news. Temperatures better than they were yesterday, but still a little on the cool side, in mid-70s most of the state in places like Meriden and Hartford and Windsor Locks. Keep in mind our average high is 80 for August 30th, so we still fell short of that. Dew points still very, very comfortable. 53 right now in both Hartford and Windsor Locks, but a little bit higher along the shoreline thanks to an onshore flow. These are going to remain steady as we go through the next 12 or 24 hours. Taking a look at the wider satellite and radar shot, there's that storm from last night and early this morning moving into the Canadian Maritimes. But I want to draw your attention to this cold front passing through the Great Lakes and southern Canada. That will bring the chance for showers and thunderstorms later on tomorrow afternoon. Then it will bring the chilliest air we have seen so far this season by the time we get to tomorrow night and Friday. Here are the record lows for Saturday morning in Connecticut. In the Hartford area, 43 set back in 1967. That could easily be broken. Bridgeport, 50 set in 1992. That might be a little more difficult, but we could certainly get very, very close. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's Futurecast, where we show you tomorrow's weather today. For this evening, clear skies. Can be a great night to go see the Yard Goats take on the Portland Sea Dogs in their last home series of the year. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, still going to be mostly sunny. Should be no weather issues for the morning commute. But by the time we get to after lunchtime, you'll notice some showers and thunderstorms developing across the state. Interestingly, Futurecast is targeting southern Connecticut tomorrow afternoon. We will certainly watch that as we go through the day. But by the time we get to dinner time tomorrow, that's all out of here. And then the taste of fall will come as our temperatures will take a tumble. So for tonight, mainly clear, comfortable. You won't have to have the extra blanket if you open up the windows. Temperatures in the 50s across most of the state. And then we get to tomorrow, partly sunny, maybe an afternoon shower. Not everyone's going to get one. You'll notice it's a little bit warmer. We're forecasting 80 in the Hartford area. Taking a look ahead to your Labor Day weekend, Saturday is looking great. Low humidity, mostly sunny skies, and highs in the mid-70s. We may have to contend with some moisture from the remnants of Harvey when we get to Sunday, but it shouldn't rain all day. And then Monday's looking great for your water activities, mostly sunny and warm. Shoreline highs, low 80s tomorrow, dropping into the low 70s by Friday.